this one here. This one is one of the designs. This is a brand new design with the Gina Young face on it. Let me know how much you love it. Gina Young's going to show you all how easy it is to make a magnificent, delicious onion boil. An onion boil Gina Young style. If you've never had one, you are in for the ultimate treat. This recipe is so simple to make. Any and everybody you feed this recipe to, they're gonna absolutely love it. So make sure you make a lot. Here's what you're gonna need. You're gonna need some onions. I have sweet Vidalia onions is what I have here, and I have 5 large ones, okay? You're gonna need, see, listen, you can do an onion boil without any other things in it. Today I'm putting some sausage in mine, a smoked sausage, and I'm also going to be adding some eggs, but it's not going to be the star. The star of this recipe is those sweet onions, and that's why I have so many of them, okay? So you're going to need some butter, and you will need 3 sticks of butter, okay? So we can make this lovely butter sauce that it just swims in, okay? I'm having some cornbread on the side, so we're going to mix up some quick Jiffy. You're going to need some chicken broth. Okay, if you have like maybe a vegetable broth or turkey broth, you could use that too. You could even use like a beef broth. It's really up to you. I'm going to be using some chicken bouillon powder. We have some salt and pepper. We also have some Creole seasoning here. Any kind of Cajun seasoning that you have around the house, you're going to need it, okay? I got garlic and onion powder, some paprika, and I have between a half a cup and a cup of white granulated sugar. Make sure your hands are clean. Let's make a delicious onion boil, Gina Young style. Hope y'all are having a great day today. And if you're not, hopefully I can brighten up your day with this here recipe. So now listen, they're talking about another storm's coming. They are saying another storm's coming this weekend. Y'all, here's the thing. Go out to the stores. Go out to the stores before everybody, rams the stores on like the day before, right? And so I just heard the news say that I guess it's supposed to be this weekend. So once again, I want you all to be safe, stay warm, keep your pets safe, and make sure you have candles. Make sure you have the flashlights, the extra blankets, and all of the things. Maybe some extra bread and peanut butter, But I'm wishing you all to be safe this weekend. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take our nice sweet Vidalia onions. I'm going to suggest if you're making it this onion boil, Gina Young style, make sure you get a sweet Vidalia onion. And the way you can tell in your local market if it's a sweet onion is it's flat. Right? How interesting. You see the flatness to it? If it is up like this, then it's just a yellow onion. That's not sweet. Okay? So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to cut the top off. Okay? And then I'm going to peel it. I'm going to leave this part right intact, okay? These will stay whole for this recipe. So watch this. It's really quick and simple. Your family is going to go absolutely wild over this recipe. You have this part kept intact. We took the peel off and we cut this off, okay? Set it aside. We got 5 more to do. So now that we have our onions nice and peeled and the top's cut off, see that one is kind of sitting like that? You can still take your knife and kind of level it out in such a way where your whole onion doesn't fall apart. So let's give it a go and see if we can do it. We're getting there, but don't cut the full end off, right? You get the gist of what we're trying to do here. That's much better, okay? So do that with each one. So now we're gonna do something super interesting. We're gonna take our onion and we're gonna cut like just a little slit right there. Let's do another one, just like that, and maybe another one, another crisscross. We're not taking that cut all the way down here. Just boom, boom, and boom, and that's it. Do each one, and then we're gonna put 3 sticks of butter into our pan here. So let's go ahead and put our 3 sticks of butter. The reason why I like to use 3 sticks of butter, and it can be salted or unsalted, whatever kind of butter that you love, is because the more butter, the more sauce you have. And I like to have sauce left over for the next day. And we'll just take, let's just say we got fried chicken the next day. I'm taking that fried chicken, I'm dipping it in this butter sauce because this butter sauce is so good and it is the boss. Absolutely it is. There we go. When you're making an egg boil, you do not have to use sausage if you don't want to. I want to. It's a must. Like, I love some type of smoked sausage with my egg boil. I see people, or not my egg boil, my onion boil. I see people taking their onions, putting them in like foil with seasonings and just baking it and calling that an onion boil. I have a whole different version, and I'm excited to share this version with you all of what I call an onion boil. Okay, so I've just cut my sausages like this. I'm going to put a couple score marks onto it. We're going to fry this until it gets a nice charred look to it. So now what we're going to do, let's go ahead and make this sauce. This is a butter sauce. This is the same butter sauce that I use when I make an egg boil or I make a seafood boil. And so I'm making an onion boil today, same exact sauce. If at any time you wanted to add seafood or you wanted to add your eggs, whatever you want to do, you can. Okay, so now we're going to use a tablespoon of chicken bouillon powder. I'm not going to literally measure mine, but I know what a tablespoon looks like, right? You do too. All right, great. I'm going to put 2 tablespoons of paprika. This is not smoked paprika, okay? I can't stress that enough. 2 tablespoons because we need that lovely color that paprika gives, okay? And so now I'm going to use 1 tablespoon of onion powder. Yep. 1 tablespoon of garlic powder. Oh yeah, we're going to use the Cajun seasoning, and it's just going to be a teaspoon because this has a little bit of spice. If your family likes, you know, a little bit more spice, then use more, okay? So I'm going to put that in there for a nice Cajun taste, okay? I'm going to put a little bit of black pepper just like this, and that's when you decide if you want to use a half a cup of the white granulated sugar or a whole cup. Typically, I'll use just about this whole cup. So I'm going to use almost that. So it's going to give you a savory taste and a sweet taste and everything that your taste buds love. Let's let this marry together. I want you all to notice I did have salt out here. And that's for the people that don't have chicken bouillon powder. So if you don't have it or you don't want to use it, you can always use salt in replace of the chicken bouillon powder. So I'm basically using the chicken bouillon powder for my salt, okay? Let's go ahead and mix those spices into this butter that has a slight boil to it. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and turn it down a little bit, and then we're gonna put this whole 32 ounce of chicken broth right in here. Oh yeah, oh yeah. I'll show you what your spices in that butter will look like. Take your time to just kind of mix everything around to give the spices a chance to dissolve. In the meantime, have your sausages cooking up. 32 ounces of broth, and it's going right in. Okay. If you have a fresh lemon, you can sprinkle a little bit of lemon in there. I'm going to be adding some hot sauce. It really is just about a teaspoon, okay? I always do. I just kind of forgot to take it out. So I'm going to grab that hot sauce and add it to this. Not enough to make it super hot, but just to give it a different flavor. And here we're going to go with our hot sauce. Not too much, but get you some. Yep, guess what we're going to do now? You stay right there. Don't go nowhere. We're taking our onion and this side right here, put it just like this. So the part that we cut is pointing up towards the ceiling. We're going to put these in here. I know. It is interesting. You bet it is. This onion is going to open up, and that butter sauce is going to go deep down into this onion, and oh my freaking goodness. You hear me? Just let it cook. Don't have it up too high. Now, here's what I'm going to serve this onion boil with today. Cornbread, okay? And how I like to do it, my husband likes to crumble the cornbread inside of his onion boil, you know, after I make his bowl or plate. And I like to take the cornbread and just kind of dip it in that sauce. Yeah, listen to me. Yes, you can make homemade cornbread, but, you know, it's the beginning of the week. Who wants to make it? Jiffy ain't never let me down, and so that's why I'm doing this. Okay, so I did put some sugar in here. All right, because I like my cornbread to have a little tiny bit of sweetness to it. Are you all like that, or do you just like cornbread that's savory with absolutely no sweetness to it? Let me hear from you. In the meantime, I'm going to take a peek in at these sausages. They're doing exactly what I want them to do. I have already boiled some eggs because when I have this onion boil, I I want some boiled eggs in there too, so I can dip into that sauce as well. I have a oven-proof pan that I'm gonna put this cornbread mix into, and I'm gonna throw this in the oven 350 degrees, and when it comes out, we're gonna slather it with butter. You hear me? Lid. Okay, put that lid right on here. I'm actually gonna transfer this pot to the larger stove behind me because it has a bigger circumference of heat, and it'll kind of cook my onions a bit faster. In the meantime, let's go ahead and get our cornbread right into, let me switch hands here, right into my pan and into. Go ahead and peel some boiled eggs that I have previously boiled. Let me ask you something. So do you guys like your boiled eggs like jammy? And what I mean by jammy is a lot of people, like when I see their boiled eggs, the yolk is not cooked and it's runny. And they'll be eating it like on toast or whatever, or just eating it. And I'm like, it looks interesting. But I think the only way I want a boiled egg is if it's well done. Let me hear from you because I want to know. I'm seeing more and more people make their boiled eggs like where the yolk is runny. I don't know if it looks good, interesting, or if I'm not interested, you know. Let me know. I want to hear from you. Go ahead and take our beautifully seared sausage right out the pan and set it on the platter just like we did our eggs. And once our onions are fully cooked in that sauce, then we'll incorporate these two into our onion boil. Take a peek. So every once in a while, maybe every 10 minutes, you come and you put that lovely sauce on top of the onion, and it will continue to cook just like so. Oh yeah. It's super interesting. So you can now see that the onions are upside down. Because the onions are so big, you want all of the onion to get cooked, right? We had the bottom cooked for quite some time, and then we just flipped them over. Look at that. All that sauce is going down into that lovely onion. Let's keep them upside down for a little while, and then we come back and keep flipping them until our onions get fully cooked. Give a look close up. You can see that our onions are finally getting done. And then we'll flip them over again, and pretty soon we'll be able to peel the layers of these onions right off and just take a bite. Cornbread is done. You bet it is. And look at all this butter. I want this butter to seep down into this beautiful cornbread. Are you kidding me? Whose stomach is rumbling? Whose mouth is watering? If so, I don't blame you. I don't blame you. Just when you think, oh no, my onion's falling apart, that's what you're looking for. Now that right there, oh yes. So guess what we can start doing? Go ahead and start integrating the sausages into your boil. Put your eggs in. Let's go ahead and flip all the onions over, and you have an egg boil, Gina Young style, that is magnificent. So that right there, that's what you call an egg boil, Gina Young style, and you can make it to make yourself. Listen to me, I know. If you enjoyed this video, give me a thumbs up. If you ain't subscribed, what you waiting on? Tell your family and friends. Tell the world what Gina's doing every single day in this kitchen. And Father, on today, we thank you for this meal and your hedge of protection. Amen. You stay tuned, because we're getting ready to taste. I know you want to see me taste it. This is super hot, and really, I want to eat this with my family. So I'm not going to plate it up, but I got a lovely piece of onion here that has been dragged in that sauce. Let me see. And then here's what you do. Cornbread is the way to go. You dip that cornbread all in this sauce. You got the boiled eggs. You got this lovely sausage and these boiled eggs, y'all. You can literally just peel these onion pieces off. You're gonna love this. Thank me later.